Take one.
Hi, it's Rache with the Rache team in John O. Scott Real Estate. Thank you for joining us today. This is our first series of our relocation series that I've decided to connect with and do with Karenh Hamilton. Karenh Hamilton was my client first, then she became my friend, and now she's a co-worker. And we're going to go down the journey of what relocation looks like. And I was able to help Karenh and her family move to Washington and into their home. And Karenh has a unique story. She's moved across the country 7 different times, and we'll talk about that today. But I'll let Karenh introduce herself.
Thanks, Rache. So, like she said, my name is Karenh Hamilton. I am a broker with John L. Scott Realty, and I have been in real estate for over 17 years now. And during those 17 years, I have actually had 7 corporate relocations. And wow, those are adventures. And just speaking a little bit about the one out here to Washington, we moved from the Southeast. My husband got an awesome opportunity here and decided, like, what's one more move? I thought, yeah, like one more move too many. But once coming out here, we were connected with Rache, and Rache was our broker. And we decided that, like our normal go and see, we'd come out, touch base with our realtor, see the market, see the areas that we might want to live in, school districts and commutes, all those typical things that you're looking for in a new city. And I think when we first came out, it was like, okay, pause. This is a different market than we're used to. And made a choice for the first time in all of our relocations that we would actually rent after that first go and see. We wanted to take some time to kind of figure out the market. And Rache was amazing because she worked with us even though we were in the rental for a year, kind of strategizing, trying to figure out where do we want to be, where do we want our kids to go to school, what kind of commute do we want to have. Right. So although renting that first year was something that we weren't really accustomed to, it really gave us, Rache and I, time to kind of strategize like what our game plan would be. So amazing, appreciate that. Rache kept saying, you really should get your license out here. And what did I say?
I don't know, maybe, right?
Yeah, I was kind of like, I don't know. I have a license in Ohio, and I thought, I don't know if I want to go to school and class for another license, but a lot of encouragement. Took the exam here and got to working. She's been a wonderful mentor. And then when we decided to hit the ground and let's start finding this house, it felt like crazy. Like you need to be prepared to write that offer. And you were just kind of there the entire way to help guide us in a different market that we haven't been in. As far as transferees, that we've never lived on the West Coast. It's quite different out here. And so I think the important part about having a broker who specializes and has experience in relocation, especially when you're moving to a different market, Rache, you were just, lights out.
Amazing. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. I wanted to really get into that conversation and ask Karenh the difference now that she's moved 7 different times, and what was the difference from your previous moves with working with me as your broker and working with John O. Scott, because you guys moved out here. It wasn't the pandemic, but we were experiencing low inventory.
Yeah.
And we were in multiple offers, and
Absolutely.
so we made several offers until we were able to find the perfect home for you and your family. And so what did that feel like from moving your last couple of moves and then now having faced low inventory, getting beat out, working with another broker and a company like John O. Scott? What was that experience like?
Well, I believe that we were just really supported. My husband and I felt like you were there every step of the way. We could call you at pretty much any time and say, hey, we want to see these 5 houses. Yes. We want to make an offer on this. And what would that look like? We did. We got beat out a couple of times, and that was a little deflating for us. Given that on all of our other relocations, typically you just go in, do your sight and see, go back, and then go back out. You got about 3 or 4 days, you pick a house, and then boom, boom, boom. Didn't quite work like that here, because we got a couple offers that were just kind of like, no, you didn't get the house. Like, what do you mean we didn't get the house? So a lot of Seattle market, and also adjusting our frame of mind in what our other relocations were like. And so you did a great job in preparing us for the Seattle market. Also, we had a lot of things to think about being the transferees. Like, what does this mean about, a double move? Do we pack? Do we put things in storage? You were just really great about giving us the process of here how it is in Seattle, and helping us understand that you've got to act. We didn't really have great inventory. We needed to be prepared to go to that car and write an offer right there if we wanted a house. So we can't, obviously say enough about the support, because I'm a John Skill broker now.
Well, I mean, it's wonderful to hear, and it's always heartbreaking for me as an agent when I'm working with, especially transferees that come in from another state, and they haven't experienced what we experienced. I mean, the West Coast is completely different, and it's been like that kind of my whole career, but literally in the last like 5 to 10 years, I mean, the real estate market has just went from here to there, like immediately.
It has.
And knowing that that you're coming here and you're like, yeah, we're approved for X amount of dollars and we're just gonna make an offer, and I'm like, yeah, maybe it's this is not that market, and we will do everything that we can to make sure that you can make an offer, and we submit the best offer, and then sometimes we just get beat out. But I thank you and Eric for your patience and really understanding, and we worked as a team together. So I think that's one of the things that I love about relocation, is that we get together, we work as a team, and sometimes we're together for a long time. So like Karen said, they rented first before we actually got into the really going out and looking to start making offers and to get them settled into their home. And so as we go through this series, we will start to talk about all of those different things, what it looks like, what is relocation really like, because a lot of people don't really understand all of the moving parts that are in relocation, from the time that the transferee gets the job offer to come out and start doing home searches, and a lot of this stuff is done on Zoom now, phone calls, and maybe a weekend tour. So Karen and I will dive deep into what that looks like, so you can understand that we are here with Relocation with John O. Scott. We have every tool in our toolbox to help you make a smooth move across the country and even internationally. So we will go into that. We are local agents, but we're also global agents as well. So we hope that you tune into our series. We hope that you like and subscribe on all social media pages across the board. That's YouTube, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook. You can find me, the Rache team, across everywhere. And then Karen has her own name. You can find her at the Relo Queen, right?
Yep, the Relo Queen on Instagram. And you can also email me at my John L. Scott email address.
So we'll have all that information for you. Until we see you again, as I always say, enjoy the spice of life, because it is spicy out there. See you soon.